Welcome to the Atlantic Indie RoundA'Bout here at CIOE 97.5 FM. I'm your host, Maurice O'Coin, and we are streaming live to the world at www.communityradio.ca. We are going to discuss and celebrate independent artists' music from all over the Atlantic region and beyond. Let's all get on the Atlantic Indie RoundA'Bout right now. Welcome to a very special episode of the Atlantic Indie RoundA'Bout. With me, your host, Maurice O'Coin. With me tonight, we have the stellar, effervescent Tony Trimper from the band Callehan.
Thank you.
And when I think of you, I think of St. Paddy's Day.
The most wonderful time of the year.
It's like Christmas to you.
Absolutely.
What a great opening number. Thanks a lot for picking that one. The Road to Guysborough by the Stanfields, and that's from the album Death and Taxes. So that song's been around a while now.
Yeah, they're a great band, and just such a great example of edgy East Coast Celtic music. They may not call themselves Irish. There's a lot of Scottish influence in this province, God bless them. But hey, not everyone's lucky enough to be Irish, but we all got some Irish in us on St. Patrick's Day.
Aren't we all lucky on St. Paddy's Day, though?
Absolutely.
There we are. Okay, so what do we got next on the show?
Well, there's so much good music in this province, and many bands and singers influence Callehan and myself. There's a cool band from the South Shore, Black Matilda, and I must sail away. It's a great video. It's worth checking out, and great guys and gals. Musicianship, but again, edgy, good Celtic music in the vein of Flog and Molly, I'd say, and I think they'd take that as a compliment.
We're going to hear something by Black Matilda, I Must Sail Away, here in the Atlantic Indie Roundabout, here at CIOE 97.5 FM. And we're streaming to the world at www.communityradio.ca, and we'll be right back.
When the tide rushes in and you feel at home again, there's a peace that purifies your soul. Though you never really know just which way the wind will blow, but I'm sure that I must sail away. Rushes in and you feel at home again, there's a peace that purifies your soul. Though you never really know just which way the wind will blow, but I'm sure that I must sail away. Spent most of my life carried by the sleepless nights, in dreams that I'd hit the open sea. Alas, I'm still bound, but it's time to hammer down and be the man I'm destined to be. If I had one only wish, a dream to set me free, I'd be the captain of a mighty ship and sail across the sea. The sign that there's still time is the birds that fly up high and the salt air that sits upon my skin. Forever and a day, maybe half a mile away, but if heaven is a place, it's an ocean. It's an ocean. Forever and a day, maybe half a mile away, but if heaven is a place, it's an ocean. Forever and a day, maybe a lifetime away, but if heaven is a place, it's an ocean.
Welcome back to the Atlantic Indie Roundabout here on St. Paddy's Day. And I Must Sail Away, Black Matilda. What a great song. And for the listeners out there, when this show gets posted onto YouTube, you should really check it out because there's some pretty creative videos. The video for that song is pretty neat, eh? It's like claymation or something.
A lot of work.
A lot of work went into that video. We hope you check it out at a later date on YouTube. It's fantastic. Well, here's the St. Paddy's Day. Give us our first one, Tony.
A toast? All right. If you're lucky enough to be Irish, you're lucky enough. 1, 2, 3, Sláinte!
You might want to mention the craft beer.
Well, this is local craft beer from my hometown, Napolis Royal, Napolis Brewing Company. So they're great people down there, supporters of live music, and they make amazing beer.
Fantastic.
As do many places in this province. We'll be supporting Boxing Rock with our song, the Callehan single debuting today.
Yes, we're debuting your song. That's fantastic.
Yeah, Boxing Rock Brewery, they're so good to us too.
It's funny, people that may not be a big drinker, but St. Paddy's Day, it almost seems like blasphemous not to at least have one.
You got to have one. This is an amber ale.
We had our bangers and mash for supper.
That we did. And you got to have some malty beers, I think, especially think of Guinness, think of something, an Irish red,
I love my
Wear
stout.
green, but don't drink green beer.
No. Oh, my goodness. We have our good friends, Jesus Murphy, coming up.
I told Kelly he's like an older brother to me. Older in wisdom, maybe not in age.
No, he's an older brother to both of us. He is older than both of us.
Okay.
But just a little bit.
But he's wonderful. And definitely more of a purist than I am when it comes to the Irish music. And always a good time. Anytime you can check out Jesus Murphy, you're doing yourself a favor.
And they're no stranger to this show. We just had them on our last episode, actually. And we actually featured this song, and it features the fine fiddle work of Anthony Rosisco. Thanks for picking that one out.
For sure. They're great storytellers, and that's what a lot of good Irish music is about.
That's absolutely. And this song tells a story of a rowdy Saturday night.
Perfect. What could be better?
Here's the Jesus Murphy and the Fiddler's Tune.
From work today, the week he left behind, he walked into the kitchen, his intention to unwind. And then he says, "Dear Mary, let me pour us both a drop, for the music is a-waiting and the fiddler will never stop."
Well, Jack and Paddy were always in trouble, but that didn't matter none. When they teamed up with Jenny and Rose, the trouble was all but done. All fired up and ready to go, they stepped into the square. They were driven by the fiddle and the energy in the air. Hey! Come gather round and hear the tales, but some of them can't be told, for the neighbors would be livid, how the grudges they would hold. Up all night into the dawn and staggered out at noon, all to be forgotten except the memory of the fiddler's tune. In from out of town, been working on the rigs. He missed the sound of the fiddle, how he missed the reels and jigs. The boys all said, "Come on, let's go, we'll have a hell of a time." And they all went down to the dance hall to leave it all behind. Hey! Come gather round and hear the tales, but some of them can't be told, for the neighbors would be livid, how the grudges they would hold. Up all night into the dawn and staggered out at noon, all to be forgotten except the memory of the fiddler's tune. So now Mary says to Johnny, "Well, that was a heck of a night. They were swinging, they were swaying till the dawn's early light." Now it's a hazy morning as they're sipping on their tea, with a closet full of secrets as they hum the melody. Come gather round and hear the tales, but some of them can't be told, for the neighbors would be livid, how the grudges they would hold. Up all night into the dawn and staggered out at noon, all to be forgotten except the memory of the fiddler's tune.
We'll be right back with the Atlantic Indie Roundabout here on CIOE 97.5 FM.
Welcome back to the Atlantic Indie Roundabout, and we just had a chance to listen to the Fiddler's Tune by Jesus Murphy. A great tune by a great bunch of guys. Glad that we got to play that. Now, this next song, I'd like you to explain to us. It's your friend. He's from Ireland, but he lives in Nashville.
And thank you for allowing Dylan Walsh's song, to be on the show, even though he's not Atlantic Canadian. He now lives in Nashville. He's from Dublin, and I met him in Montreal when he was opening for Flog Molly. And he's traveled the world. He's opened for every type of band. He opened for Avatar, which is a metal band, but he's very folk, very Irish-ish, very Americana, very country, and he's a gentleman. He really helped me out with a lot of things getting connected in Nashville, and I'm forever thankful to Dylan Walsh, and such a brilliant singer and musician.
I think it deserves a toast to him.
Absolutely, and he's honest to a T. He told me he didn't like our song Sláinte, so he's honest, but I love it. I love it. You get an honest answer. But Dylan Walsh, everyone should check him out.
gonna kill. It will still live on within. Gonna have to walk among the sinners in sin. Caught up in a death dance, the ravens oversee, bone rattled romance, and need a slow queen. Just a curse in the dream. Just a curse and a dream can be the same damn thing. Call croak and call, or a bird that sings. Slow queen, just a curse in the dream.
That was Death Dance by Dylan Walsh, and very, as you said, very, very intriguing music. He's very, very authentic. Mm-hmm. Great video. Once again, watch this show on YouTube once it's posted. There's a lot of good videos we'll be showing tonight, and that's one of them. You're quite the historian, Tony. Scottish, Irish, Celtic.
Well, it's funny. Like many of us, we're all Celts, and we're all mutts at the end of the day. And I always believe culture should be something to celebrate, not divide. And our drummer, who's normally in our band, Greg Rose, is Scottish background. He reminds us all the time that, hey, we're a Celtic band, not an Irish band, and we just kind of like humor him. Yep, okay. And I mean, I'm Irish German, I guess. So I mean, when I first time I went to Ireland, did a tour in Galway, and the tour guide asked everyone's background. I said, I'm Irish German. She said, so you do everything precisely, but tomorrow. And I'm like, you're reading my mail. That's basically me to a T.
Fantastic. This next song, I guess we wouldn't really call them an Irish band per se, but it's got an Irish flair to it.
It's about whiskey.
And they're friends of ours. The band's called Folk and Country Line. They're quite well known around Halifax. I've had them featured on this show in the past. They're great people. And what's the connection?
Well, Robbie, their lead singer, is filling in for us while our drummer is away. So Robbie is our percussionist, but he's definitely playing mandolin with us with Callehan and percussion, because we are doing 5 gigs in 3 days over St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yeah,
we're all over the one side of the province, the Valley. We're not in Metro. No. We're Valley, South Shore.
But the rooting, eh?
Yeah, so check us out if you're... you'll hear this Thursday. You might catch us in Chester that evening by the time you hear this, but we'll be in Annapolis Royal Friday, Boxing Rock Shelburne Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night at Firkenstein in Bridgewater. So little promo there.
Little busy man there.
But yes, Robbie is with us, and Robbie's an amazing songwriter. We're going to have him singing some songs for sure.
Fantastic.
But the Folk and Country Line,
and
check them out. Great musicianship.
Great band, good friends, and here they are with Old Man Whiskey.
Lived the life of a poor 7 years since I've seen more. Goes the people I once knew through the bottom of my
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Atlantic Indie Roundabout right here at CIOE 97.5 FM and streaming to the world at www.communityradio.ca. Welcome back. And it's great to have you on board tonight, Tony. Now, this next song we're going to play is one of my favorites by Callehan, your group.
Thank you.
And the song, The Gourley Shanty Riot. I guess I'm partial to because I live in Windsor Junction.
We live in Windsor Junction.
We live in Windsor Junction, and this is Windsor Junction history that many people do not know. Care to fill us in on the story, Tony?
Absolutely. So, yeah, Callahan's debut album, title track, 2018 with Ryan Roberts producing. So I was told by an Irish historian when I said I lived in Windsor Junction that the most infamous incident in Irish history that happened outside of Ireland happened in Windsor Junction. In 1856, the Irish Catholics were celebrating Corpus Christi, Body of Christ. Their English foreman made fun of them for doing so. So what could the Irish do? They rioted, of course, right? They rioted at the main foreman's shanty, whose last name was Gourley. Halifax sent 100 militia to come out to break up the riot. There was no buy high then. It probably took a little while.
Yeah.
And anyway, in charge of the railroad was Joseph Howe. Took some of the Irishmen to court and said whether they be Catholic, Muslim, or Jew, they're all foolish. Liberals that were Catholic in the legislature crossed the floor and became Tories and actually overthrew the government. So the Gourley Shanty Riot, there's so much history in our province that no one knows. And I love putting it into song, and especially Celtic history, Irish history. So that's just something we need to remember and know. And it's a fun song. It's a drinking song, and hopefully tells a story.
You happen to have the Gourley Shanty in your backyard.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a pub shed there. It's called the Gourley Shanty. You can check it out on Facebook. People think it's a real pub, but
don't let them know otherwise.
The secret is out.
All right. Well, let's have a toast to that.
All right.
Okay, and give us another one of them.
Well, all right. Since the Irish Catholics may live to be 100 years old with one more to confess.
All right.
Slunch up 3. 1, 2, 3, slunch up!
The Gourley Shanty Riot by Callehan, here on the Atlantic Indie Roundabout. We'll be right back.
Spring day in 56, a faithful march for Corpus Christi. Railroad foreman threw words of hate from Anglo tongues that can't relate to calloused hands and hearts of love for body and blood of Christ above. But Irish pride, it will survive. Green when trampled, be still alive, yeah. Riot out to the shanty, feeling lucky now, are you, Gourley? Cry no more and raise thy fist, riot forevermore. Gaelic hearts did rage them on, Halifax sent 100 strong militiamen with only one function, squash that riot at Windsor Junction. Riot out to the shanty, feeling lucky now, are you, Gourley? Cry no more and raise thy fist, riot forevermore. Chains, their charges read by Joseph Howe, the railroad head. Infamously these words did spew, Catholics be foolish as Muslim or Jew. Riot out to the shanty, feeling lucky now, are you, Gourley? Cry no more and raise thy fist, riot forevermore.
So that was the Gourley Shanty Ride by Callehan. Great tune.
Thank you.
Oh man, and not just because you're my friend, but
Well, we
it's
have
a
so
great
much
tune.
fun playing that live, and I can almost barely listen to the studio version now because the live captures us. And we have a live album which was produced by Maurice
Thank you very much.
O'Coin.
It was a good time doing that. Yeah. Let's moving on here. We got so many songs. Like we picked a lot of songs for the show that many aren't going. We're spending so much time talking, and the dialogue is a little longer than a typical episode. But being at St. Paddy's Day, this is somebody I never knew until you
She's
introduced
amazing.
her to me. She's absolutely amazing. And once
One
again,
of the best East Coast artists that we have, Irish Mythen. And she's from Ireland originally. She hangs her hat in PEI. The few times that she's home, she tours around the world as much as Matt
I
Anderson
noticed she has a show coming up at the National Arts Center. And,
Yeah,
so
and she's
big.
phenomenal. And she's a sweetheart. She's so down to earth. I chatted with her after one of her performances at Stamfest, and she's so giving and just so approachable. But no one can sing like this songbird. And
She's
yeah,
fantastic.
she's a hero of mine, and definitely would promote her any chance I would get. So
We're
He
gonna
Is
do it
Not
right
for
now.
Paddy. It's a great song. She's got so many good songs. Go check out
It was really hard
Tullamore
for you to
Blues.
pick one tonight, wasn't it?
It's hard to pick one of her songs. Check her out, and you have to see her live for sure. So, Irish Mythen.
And P is not for Paddy.
We are Irish, proud and strong, full of colour and knowledge, poetry and song. We are Irish, with faith in our flag, hyper intelligence, completely mad. And the jar will go on, and the crack will go on, and the drink will go on and on. We have a language that shall never die, through centuries and generations. It's lived no matter what they've tried. And the jar will go on, and the crack will go on, and the drink will go on, and hopefully on. Faith in our fathers, the feelings of freedom, no more sad faces, the young are coming home. So rise up, me lovely phoenix, rise from ashes below, make me heart swell with pride. Let that old Celtic tiger go, so the jar can go on, so the crack can go on, so the drink can go on, and hopefully on. We are Irish, we are Irish, so proud to be Irish. I am Irish.
Well, now we know P is not for Paddy. Irish Mythen. Oh, what a voice, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, she's just amazing.
She is.
Well,
She's one of ours now, too. She's an East Coaster.
isn't that neat? This next one coming up here now, we're skipping ahead a bit, is a good friend of ours, and is actually the son of Kelly DeVoe, who the Fiddler's tune, and they were both on our show just a few weeks ago. And speaking of historians, there's another person who likes to tell a little bit of history in his music. And this song, The Battle of Louisburg, actually hit #1 on the charts at CIOE not too long ago, and he's in the Hall of Fame, and it's a wonderful song. And The Battle of Louisburg, and let's check that out, and we'll come back to the happy St. Paddy's Day special here at the Atlantic Indie Roundabout. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Atlantic Indie Roundabout with my guest, Tony Trimper. And we just heard
Raglan Road. And that was not Dropkick Murphys, but that was a Dropkick Murphys song, Shipping Up to Boston. Raglan Road's from PEI. I met their lead singer in New Hampshire at a Celtic festival.
What are the odds of that, eh?
And we connected, we exchanged albums, Callehan album, Raglan Road album. But this Celtic festival had Dropkick Murphys, had Flog and Molly. It
Had them all. They were all there,
It had so
yeah.
many, but there's a boxing match, concert. It was
Cool.
awesome.
Awesome. Great stuff. I think we got a special part of the show we want to get to. And I guess I think you should just take it away right now.
Brian Ducette, one of my closest friends, we wrote a song called The Boxing Rock. And you may know the brewery in Shelburne. They make incredible beer. And the legend is, in Shelburne Harbor, there is a rock that when the tide's out, you see it. When the tide's in, you do not see it. You read a can of the side of the Boxing Rock beer, you see the story. Legend is captains would drop up bickering sailors to either talk it out or box it out. Before the tide came back up, they'd be picking up one or picking up two. If they're both still there, they'd have a beer. So I've been thinking for years I want to write a song about this. And we're really blessed that Boxing Rock loves the song. They're using the song. It's collaboration. And we are releasing this song today. This is the world premiere of the Boxing Rock. And we're playing there this weekend.
Wow. So if you guys get in a squabble on stage, are you going to have to go to...
I actually challenged Brian Ducette this summer. Let's go to the Boxing Rock. We might actually put helmets on or something, but in the music video, you kind of
life
see
jackets,
it there.
just a kid.
Yeah, so Colby and Ted are having just fun watching us in the band, but Callehan featuring Brian Ducette, and he's a brother of our band, and we're so
He's
excited.
sat with your band before, yes.
Well, yeah, and he's touring with us on
that's
this
great,
five gigs in 3 days.
Well, folks, you heard it here, folks, and you're going to be you're in for a treat. This is the world premiere of The Boxing Rock
with Callehan and Brian Ducette.
And we'll drop, let's drop them off. And the bastards can sort it out. I'm Boxing Rock and it's up. The tide knows no slack. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back. A fishing ship, the scene, just off a Shelburne. The waters were mean, a tough lesson to learn. Captain knew a tale of a legend round here. Apparently read it on the side of a beer. Where they drop, let's drop them off. The bastards get sorted out. I'm Boxing Rock and it's up. The tide knows no slack. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back. Mentioned a spot where sailors would go. Disputes became bouts when they came to blows. Waters unveil, a plateau appears. Differences were settled when fists all reveal. When we drop, let's drop them off. The bastards get sorted out. I'm Boxing Rock and it's up. The tide knows no slack. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back. A guy's wife and buddy were sleeping around. Deckhead punched skipper and he fell to the ground. Captain, sick crew, you know this ain't right. You gotta be answering to Boxing Rock tonight. And we'll drop, let's drop them off. And the bastards can sort it out. I'm Boxing Rock and it's up. The tide knows no slack. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back. What will we do? What will slack. Crack a beer, toast the beer, the boys are all back. Yeah, we drop them off. And the bastards done sorted out. Unboxing rock and it's up. Tide knows no slack. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back. Talk it out or sock it out before we come back.
We're not done yet. We'll be right back with more at the Atlantic Indie Roundabout here at CIOE 97.5 FM.
I love the ocean, I'm from Nova Scotia, and summer's in the air. And I'm heading to my cabin where crazy things happen when my friends meet me there. Rush hour ain't pretty, the heat in the city, it can get me down sometimes. So I'm seeking relief with my friend Alex Keith and a great big bottle of wine. Ranting and raving, we're misbehaving, but that's alright now and then. Getting tight, having fun, we ain't hurting anyone. Oceanside again. The night is falling and darkness is calling, but the fun's just begun. 'Cause we'll sit around the fire until the wee hours and greet the morning sun. We'll dance a little 'cause Tom's got his fiddle, and he'll be ripping out a reel. And try as I may, no words can convey how good it feels to be ranting and raving and misbehaving, but that's alright now and then. Getting tight, having fun, we ain't hurting anyone. Oceanside again. Well, I've had a great time, the weekend's been so fine, and I'm sad it has to end. But I hope and I pray we soon make our way to this old cabin again. To be ranting and raving and misbehaving, but that's alright now and then. Getting tight, having fun, we ain't hurting anyone. Oceanside again. Ranting and raving, we're misbehaving, but that's alright now and then. Getting tight, having fun, we ain't hurting anyone. Oceanside again.
And welcome back to the Atlantic Indie Roundabout. And you just heard a little classic from Sons of Maxwell from a few years back. Oceanside again. Dave Carroll, he's been on the show a few times, and he's got a new album out that he's promoting, and he just played a gig at the Halifax Library last week, and it's nice to see him doing so well. And I'm glad we got him on the show. And of course, before we went to commercial break, we heard the premiere of
World premiere
of the Boxing
CIOE.
Rock. Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you, brother.
Good job. Right on.
We had a lot of fun with that song. We really did. And in the studio, recording it in Shelburne with the Alex Buchanan. Amazing.
You know, Tony, I think we should get ourselves into a real traditional Irish song. What do you think?
Absolutely. Because we've had a lot of amazing original music that you just might not hear in a pub on St. Patrick's Day. Stuff that's very Celtic, Irish influence. But, you know, there's nothing more Irish than Fields of Athenry. Now, cannot call the Mahones or Finney, the lead singer of the Mahones, who's now in Ultra Bomb, is far from being traditional. But this is a traditional song. And it's, so many people have done the song and done the song well. Irish Mythen is one of them. Dropkick Murphys is another. And many, many more traditionalist bands. But the way Finney sings this song, it's magical. Fields of Athenry tells a story of Irish struggle. And only Ireland would choose such a sad song as their rally cry when they're in soccer, or I should say football or rugby matches. And the whole stadium will sing this song. So Fields of Athenry, we will be playing this all through St. Patrick's weekend, and hopefully you all enjoy it and just let the Irish blood in you, because you know you got some in you somewhere. Just sing along with it.
By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they are taking you away, for you stole Trafalgar's corn, so the young may see the morrow. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Lonely, the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they ran me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Lonely, the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. She watched the last star falling as the prison ship it sailed against the sky. She shall hope, love and wait for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Lonely, the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Of Athenry, but once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry.
and I'm gonna day ahead, can't hesitate 1 sec. There's a line of beer that I gotta drink on somebody's back deck. 30 degrees, yes thank you please, I'ma sit out here all day, and I'll still be here this time tomorrow if I could have my way. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. The only clans around and the ones we make kinda see and squinty eyes, but around me about 10 more beer form in the largest size. And I bet nobody gonna hurt nobody, cause we're not that kind of folk. Because we just wanna party, just the way we get 90 somebody's spunk up a toe. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. Where the neighbors so damn pissed, and they always are supposed to know that this catch would blaze like this. And sorry about a drunk little buddy there passed out on your front lawn. Got a couple G's and like 30 beer, and after that I swear we're gone. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night. I'm smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking and a smoking and a drinking all night.
Wow, this night's going fast, Tony. So where's our beer?
Yes, from the Annapolis Brewing Company. Support local craft beer.
Absolutely. You support a lot of local businesses, actually.
Yeah, but so many of them support us.
Yeah.
And Callehan loves playing breweries. We love playing breweries. And of course, we like big venues. We love festivals, but we love small venues to really interact with people, and people become part of the show. We want to take the campfire or the kitchen into the pub.
Absolutely. And that's I guess what St. Paddy's Day is basically all about that anyway. And
we're not purists, and this has not been a purist St. Patrick's show.
But everybody that says that they're Irish for one day of the year, they're not purists either. So there you go. And that was a great song by Brian Ducette, our buddy.
Brian is, like I said, he's one of my closest friends. He's a friend of the band's. And if you go to watch Callehan over the St. Patrick's Day weekend, because it's more than just Thursday, you're going to hear that song by Brian Ducette opening up for us.
I don't know how he sings that fast. That was great. Great job, Brian. Good tune. Sums it all up, doesn't it? Well, we'll see you all next week at the Atlantic Indie RoundA'Bout. It was a lovely show.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a safe and wonderful St. Paddy's Day weekend. I know you're busy.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you on the other side.
Cheers, everyone.